Welcome to SK1 News, Season 5. This episode 14. Anyway, this gonna be a quick and short show today. Within this show, though, I may have a few segments, probably 1, 2, or 3. We'll figure that one out as we go through. As far as I see things, Happy New Year's Eve. Yeah, Happy New Year's Eve. So, I'm going to jump into talking about the top topics of the year, which is though feel like it's been my everyday topic since, earlier this year. And kicking it off, the top topic was Joe Biden and Trump. Yes. So, we passed all of that. We got through the whole election scam. You know what I'm saying? Or scam election, when it came through with Kamala Harris and stuff like that. How they just tried to, have old Joe sit down and, Kamala take over, and it didn't work. It didn't work at all. You try to psych people out. You try to clear people, thoughts up, thinking that, hey, we got a black lady that's gonna run, that's gonna do this, that's gonna do that, and epic fail. You know what I mean? Epic fail. And that was one of my top talks this year, and I give Kamala Harris the biggest award of all, because stupidity runs as far as it goes, and you try to lie to each and every individual. When Donald Trump did show his lies, we know he lied. Anyway, another thing that I wanted to discuss, Cat Williams had the best year of his life. You know what I'm saying? And it started from Club Shay Shay, when he exposed the whole industry. I mean, not just the industry music, but the industry of movies, comedy, comedians and stuff like that. And Steve Harvey and them just need to just kick back, be quiet, and just, enjoy what they got. Because, there's Hollywood scams. Everybody is just, all into this whole thing, was right, was wrong, and all of this other mess that's going on with that. But anyway, we not even gonna get into that, because it is something going on somewhere in that industry, and people just ain't coming out saying this any old thing. Why? And they seem to come for the ones that's not really doing nothing no more, really not making no noise. They trying to say the ones that not really making too much noise or trying to get back out. And maybe that may be the cause, but I doubt if it's every one of them, and some people just want clarity. You know what I'm saying? They just want to get out of the whole, life of, what they've been through, as far as they've been through. And, just crazy. This right here was in my original show. I actually did one 2 days ago. I had a whole wrap up episode, but yeah, sometimes some things just happen, and I had to redo this one over. And yes, I'm here New Year's Eve working, and there's nothing wrong with that, yeah. Anyway, we jump from there, and I like to give a big up to Usher. You know what I'm saying? Usher had the biggest concert of the year, and everybody supported him, even within the Super Bowl. And that whole little thing with him and Alicia Keys, that was crazy. That was crazy right there. and people felt some kind of way, but I don't remember if people, know that back in the day, people done stuff like that, and that was crazy right there. Another big, part of 2024 is the Will Smith with the Martin, Bad Boys, and, Chris Rock still wanted to kick some things off, but who won Chris Rock? Who won it all? Who did the big thing? Big up to Will Smith and Martin for that movie. One of the best movies that came out this year. Maybe one of the only best movies that came out this year. That came in the movie theaters. And another big topic of the year was Nicki Minaj. And I really don't think this was too big of a topic. So I may not even go. I'm not even gonna go into that because I'm not even gonna go into it. I'm gonna go into the Drake, the Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. Kendrick Lamar had an excellent year 2024. I mean, he bodied Drake. Drake had to eventually sit down, but Drake was fighting. Now, J. Cole knew when to step back and sit down and not say nothing at all. So, yeah, it was probably best for J. Cole to not say nothing. But maybe J. Cole would have got him a little better. I don't know, But I know Kendrick kicked it off, and he became the top contender that, ran the game. And he's doing his thing. He's going to perform at the Super Bowl. I know there's a lot of noise with that going on with the whole, Lil Wayne should perform the Super Bowl because he's from New Orleans. And it was kind of crazy because they let Beyonce do the halftime show in Texas, and she's from Houston. So, but I guess whoever relevant right now, whoever, making a noise, that's how they did it. It's crazy though. And, we kicked it off with that. So when we break it down, the top stories of the year is that Diddy, as Jay Wright would call him, the Diddler. Yeah, the Diddler. I did a 4-part series on it. I did a 4-part. I was supposed to come back with a 5, but circumstances, we'll get into that a little later, but, circumstances, things happen, and, I couldn't really do as many of my shows that I normally do. Spotify didn't do a left on me, and, it's been tough, trying to get these shows together. Finding new platforms and, still trying to stick with Spotify. So, and that's another thing, another big news that I had presented this year as far as Spotify just completely wiping out Anchor, and stopping the whole thing. So I had to switch my show. And the most that I got from this year was that everyone has been exposed. And there's going to be a to be continued, everyone being exposed. And it's only right there because Jay-Z is in the top talk, which is though he's fighting. Everybody that came for him, he got his lawyer on. And Piers Morgan, man, he had to shut that down when Jaguar Wright came on the show. And like I said, Jaguar better have all her receipts when she get on these platforms bringing Jay-Z name up, because that one right there, he's not going to play. He's going to come and he's going to go ahead and Jaguar should know that. Definitely for somebody that been around him, would know. And she said it out of her own mouth. He's going to be a tough one to crack. Now, I would get into the talks of that a little later on the show. But it is what it is. See y'all when I come back.
This former president What's your favorite curse word?
I can't say it. It starts with an M and it ends with a.
Welcome back to another segment. This is just how I get it. This is how I do it. I'm gonna wrap two stories up in one, and two coverage up in one. As I've been saying, congratulations to Trump 2024. May you bring it to the world in 2025. And do exactly what we know you're not going to do most of it. We do know that much, but bring what you bring, whatever you bring. Nothing wrong to say about you as into yet. Just do what you say you're going to do. Anyway, and that's not to bash nobody, but yeah, I've been bashing Joe Biden for 4 years. I've been bashing Trump for 4 years, and Kamala Harris got the bash too. So, I'm just gonna bash them. I don't care who's in chair, but big up to Trump for the win. I was rooting for you. Got you. Anyway, what I'm about to say though is that a lot of people, been voting the way that they was told to vote. Now, if you was voting because you feel in your heart and believe that this is the right candidate to vote for, then, big up, because you doing it because you want to. And I said this on plenty of shows. And I found out voting blue is not the thing to do. I'm sorry. That was one of my big lessons that I learned from when Barack Obama was in chair, and it showed out more this year that made me realize that, yeah, I've been voting the wrong way since I voted. You know what I'm saying? And that's my personal opinion. And I learned a lot from this election this year, and a lot out of this election been exposed, due to the celebrity, high profile celebrities coming out. Major media networks lying like CNN, ABC, CBS, you know what I'm saying, and the list goes on, and I just learned not to listen to them, because if they can lie about this person can be the best and try to make somebody else, whatever. I done learned that Barack Obama ain't nothing, he come out and down talking people that he shouldn't be down talking and stuff like that. So he been exposed more. Out of this year, I feel like this election was a big election, and I feel like this was the main election that's been the talk ever since November the 5th. And yeah, this right here speak different. Anyway, rest in peace to Jimmy Carter. He was on hospice for 2 years. His wife died, I want to say, a year ago. He followed up after her. He made it to his 100th birthday, and that's a blessing. At least he made it to his 100th birthday. He died a couple of days after Christmas, 3 days maybe, but it was recent. It was recent. So big up to Jimmy Carter. And this whole thing with basically Alex, the two lawyers going back and forth over this whole Jay-Z with this alleged victim that was alleged essay back in 2099, 2000. I just want to speak on that. This story tough to follow into because of the way the allegations is going and the story that the lady put together. She said her father came and picked her up, and that one was tough right there because her father coming to pick his young 13-year-old up in an area she's not supposed to be in, and she was able to get that far to be touched by two alleged victims that touched her, and they said it was a third one. And like I said, I'm gonna say this again. Beyonce, y'all keep saying Beyonce probably was in there. I don't think she was in that room. I'm sorry, I just don't think Beyonce was in there. I want to believe, and I don't want to believe. I don't want to believe J-Lo was in there, but I'm assuming, alleged that she was in there. Not to say J-Lo was in there, but I'm assuming, because who was Puffy dealing with in the early 2000s? J-Lo. Who was he married to in the early 2000s? J-Lo. But it could have been anybody else. It could have been anybody. You know, there's a lot of hot names around that time. You know, and Puffy been around a lot of females. And another thing, you know, it's been on almost 30 years. This make 28 years coming up. Maybe no. This make 29 years coming up in September. September 7th make 29 years that Tupac been shot. September 13th made 29 years that he went on, you know, to the other side. I've been on TikTok, and I've been seeing this fake man with dreads in his hair call himself Pac. Come on, man. If y'all believe that man is alive, I don't know why. You know, and like I said, I felt believing that a long time ago because I didn't want to hear that Tupac died. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, we all thought it, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, I listened to Young Noble bring this up, and I listened to Edie. The Outlaws know what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Definitely if they sit up there and they told you they smoked this man ashes, you know, I mean, come on now. You know, if he is alive, it's not gonna never show, but I doubt it. So this man need help that's on TikTok real bad. People believing that that's Tupac, and they crazy because the man don't even look like Tupac. That's crazy that this person would come out and call themselves Tupac. It's real crazy. And then there's this dude on there that said he's Tupac's son, and this boy look younger. Like he like no more than 17, 18 years old. Tupac been dead longer than that. How you that man's son? Come on now. You know, it's crazy, and people believe in that. Oh, that Tupac's son. Like, come on. Y'all crazy, but I just want everything to come out in full front of what really happened to Tupac. We know they got Keefe D. We know that the case investigation is still going on, and allegedly we think that Puffy was involved in it. Suge Knight is not going to open his mouth. He was the one that seen what happened that night. He was the one that was involved in what happened that night. And I mean, when I say he involved, meaning that he's been shot too. So somebody know what happened, and Puffy know what happened to Biggie and Pop. Since they want to continue on bringing that, this whole 2024 and before other years, just been going on and on and on and on. They won't let it rest. Rest in peace, O.J. Simpson, one of the ones that died this year. Rest in peace, Quincy Jones, big music legend, you know, one of the biggest music legends, you know, went on and, you know, gotta pay respect out to him, you know, and we've been losing a lot this year. We lost a lot this year. It was crazy to hear how many we lost. And you know, it was, you know, the one that played on Good Time, the one that played James. Rest in peace to John Amos. Yeah, rest in peace to John Amos. You know, big up to you know, the long life career that you live. You know, 2024 was just a hidden treasure. So you know, if I left any out, you know, this, you know what I mean, just comment and let me know who I left out. But rest in peace to everybody that died in that world. See y'all when I come back.
I think within Puerto Rican culture, and if they keep it real, within Puerto Rican culture lies a lot of racism. okay? Not just for American blacks, but within their own hierarchy of skin tones. Like, lighter is better. Like, that's just what it is. Like, and not even just Puerto Rican culture. In a lot of so-called Latino culture, if you go to the Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, you know, if the darker ones in the culture are looked down upon and the lighter ones are lifted up. So in that sense, I think there's a certain inherent racism, because also let's keep it clear, Fat Joe is half Cuban as well. And again,
Oh, I didn't know that.
oh yeah, so he's Puerto Rican and Cuban. And again, there's the white Cubans, then there's the Afro-Cubans, you see? And there's a certain inherent racism that exists and a disdain that comes with darker-skinned people. If Joe was to somehow have a dark-skinned child, you know, I bet you it would be a thing in the family. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I say that to say a lot of that is in our DNA, and we have to work consciously to remove it. I don't think he consciously believes he's racist. But with some of the things he said recently, especially about foundational Black Americans, I think he crossed into a racist area, you know, by calling us broke niggas when you angry. And racism also is trying to use your influence to affect somebody else. And so that's something that he did try to do to foundational Black Americans as well as myself. Because, you know, let's keep it a buck. Like, he was trying to get me canceled. He was trying to assassinate my character. Like, if what he was saying would have took hold, I would have been the one canceled. You see what I'm saying? If it was up to him, I'd have been the one canceled, and he wouldn't have lost a wink of sleep about it. He'd have been like, hey, I told him. You know what I mean? That's what it would have been. He would have went with the narrative, yeah, he's not a legend. If people would have just went with that, yeah, he was the wackest one. But everybody's like, wait, what are you talking about? How are you going to say he's not a legend? Hey, no, that's not true. What are you saying? That's what he was met with when he said all that. And then again, it brought into question his legendary status and his, you know, who was he in his crew? Was he the wackest one? Why would you say that? Again, why would you say that? It's crazy. So, you know, I think there's an underlying racism that exists, that he might not even recognize, and I think he needs to really take a step back and look at from the big picture and stop getting emotional and getting all in your feelings.
Welcome back to the last segment. This was a wrap up episode. I'm closing out. I'm ending this season. I will resume with season 6 in 2025. I don't have a date, a month yet. The SK1 show will continue on into 2025. I don't know when I'm gonna resume the next episode over there yet. So the season continue. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna continue the season over there. I'm not ending it, not as in it yet. Until we figure out what we're gonna do with this other show. And to those that was supposed to have been on SK1 News, sorry couldn't get around to y'all. It's been a lot going on, and the majority of y'all know what's going on, as far as what's going on, what my situation, and y'all know what's going on. And, sorry that we couldn't get you onto the show as soon as we did. This actually my first season, I haven't had nobody on there, and which is though I had people to come. But we will get this going, and we will get it going in season 6. And whoever want to be on, more than welcome. And just pray that everything go good, and we not gonna speak negative on next year, which is though there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. We had them drones like a couple of weeks ago. They stopped talking about them drones. Some people think that it was the UFOs. It could have been. I don't know what it is. But that was kind of weird. Biden departing a lot of people. Definitely his son. That was crazy. And he couldn't, get Marilyn Mosby out of her situation. I think that he should have, if he got his son out. I don't think Marilyn Mosby did anything as wrong than what his son did. But that's neither here or there. Marilyn Mosby, keep fighting, do what you gotta do to come up out of this. And another thing, I just pray for each and everybody that's going through any illness, any health issues. I got a lot of bad news this year. Not bad news where as though it was tragic, but bad news where as though, it's life threatening, on all ends and family. And, this been a rough year for not only me, but the individuals that's in my family. And it's been tough, y'all. It's been tough. So I just ask everybody, just pray for, just pray. We all need prayer. We need prayer coming out of this year, and we need prayer going into the next year. It's been real rough, y'all. I appreciate all of my listeners that helped the SK1 show get to where it got to this year with Spotify. Spotify gave that a good report, and I was shocked because I actually brought it over to a new home, and just to see that the response that it got from Spotify, that just made me smile. And definitely I appreciate everyone that been following SK1 News for the longest, and the numbers continue on going up over here. I appreciate that, and maybe this episode will be on Spotify because I'm sharing it with this new platform that I'm working on, which is though this platform been around. It remind me of Anchor. That's why I'm using it now. It definitely remind me of Anchor. And I like it, So YouTube will be getting utilized, I will be using YouTube like crazy. So y'all gonna see my YouTube channel more, And so with all that being said, I pray for everybody. I pray that we all, can get through this next year and see what this year may bring, and let's win. Everybody win, Nobody losing this. If you made it past 2024, you won. If you didn't, you still won because you could be in the heavens above, So, Anyway, it was nice. It's been good. It's been a year, a heck of a year. It's been a lot of crazy stuff going on. There's been a lot of sad stuff going on. It's been just a year. And we'll make it. We'll make it. So on that note, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all year. Bye 2024. See ya. And this show will be released on this night. So if you get a link from me saying Happy New Year's Eve, I appreciate y'all for even taking the time out to listen to this. I was supposed to do a Christmas episode, but circumstances. Had to do a New Year's Eve episode. So bam, this is what we do. So Happy New Year's Eve or Happy New Year's. I don't know when you will hear this, but whatever, enjoy, and let's go on to the next year. See y'all next year. Adios.